Shalom, shalom, shalom. Giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha, Chodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone teach and do rule well. Shalom to the Akim, the hopeful elect that puts the truth with all truth and sincerity. Various topics. Chastisement is necessary. Okay, the affliction that the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and the Hispanics went through was very necessary. All right, it was necessary because we had to be punished for our iniquities. Okay, to teach us of what not to do. All right. Because at one point, all the brothers was was a part of the world. Because we was raised as Gentiles. Okay? A lot of people still to this day, not to get off topic, still cannot, see that the Gentiles in the New Testament, those strangers, those Greeks, are the Israelites. Grecians, which like for example, the Hellenistas, those was they were Israelites. They knew they were Israelites, but spoke the Greek tongue, the Greek language. And the Greeks, those were Israelites that were just not in the knowing or knowing them being Israelites. All right, from your respective tribes. Okay, so I typed in just real quick chastisement on Google. It said chastisement is the infliction of severe punishment. Of severe punishment. All right. What comes to mind real quick, when you first come to the truth, usually, they break down to you what? Like you hear the curses and of Deuteronomy chapter 28, the blessings that we, if we stay in the on the straight and narrow as far as keeping the law, statutes, commandments, all the blessings that come upon us. And also when you get down to Deuteronomy 28 and the verse 15, it start going to those curses, man. Same thing with Leviticus 26, and there's more examples. All right, of what happens when you go off. We say what happened with Adam. All right. Okay, that's what happens when we go when it says the Garden of Eastward. When we get that was represent Jerusalem, man. At that time. Same thing happened with numerous of our forefathers. Okay? Alright, so chastisement is the affliction of severe punishment. One who administers a constitution is a chastiser in early times. Alright, let's see. Severe criticism or punishment. His bad behavior invited chastisement. The scolding was a rare public chastisement by the committee. Okay? Bear with me real quick. Let's grab the book. Let's go to the Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. Verse 5 is the point. But I'm gonna get a build up. So let's get the book of Wisdom of Solomon. I'm gonna read it in the KJV and also in the GNT, the Good New Translation. All right, and once again, this is various topics. All right. On chastisement is necessary. So Wisdom of Solomon. Bear with me. All right, here we are. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, Ba'ashim al-Shai, and there shall no torment touch them. All right, in the GNT, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1, but righteous people are protected by God and will never suffer torment. Okay? Real quick, the first question that comes to mind, if I can grab it real quick. Let's see. I think it's, go to John. John, I'm thinking about 17. John 17. Was it verse 18? All right. John 17, and let's see. All right, it's right here. John 17. Let's read. Let's start verse. Woo. It's all good, man. Start verse 14. All right, verse 18 is the point. I had given them thy word, and the word, Salaki, I had given them thy word, and the world have hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Now this is in all red, so this is who? All right, Yahweh Shai speaking. Okay, I had given them thy word. The same thing, the same way the apostles and the prophets were preaching back then. Nothing new is on the sun. What you see now, hitting the highways and the byways, man. Okay, speaking. All right, brothers' words going out through the YouTube, through the different social media platforms or whatever they uses, and also once again hitting the highways and the byways, man. Okay, and you see how when you go hitting the highways and the byways, how people be scoffing, how people be mocking, have a bug out coming up, speaking, out of order, okay, not keeping thy foot when thou goest, as it says, all right, just leaning on their own understanding, okay, and ultimately this goes into what? The hatred, not for us, but for the hatred they have for Yahweh Ba'ashim al-Shai, okay. I had given them thy word, and the world have hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world, because we speaking against the system of things, man. The oppression, as it says, surely oppression shall make a wise man mad. Speaking about how things is turned, as it says in scriptures, the turning of things upside down. Okay, you can go into there's numerous examples. The whole alphabet peoples. Okay, women's being in a seat of authority. All right, the men's of today are nothing but simps. Okay. And also even the ones that know they are Israelites, not teaching the names of Yahweh by Shem Shai. Okay, but let's continue on. Verse 15, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. All right, as we just read in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 1, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh by Shem Shai, and there shall no torment touch them. Who is them? Not just an Israelite, but the elect of the nation of Israel, the first fruits. I pray not that thou shouldest, back to the book of John, chapter 17 and verse 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. All right, and the elect, will be, and the elect will be on the chariots, man. Will be saved from the nuclear missiles. And you may have a few, there will be some elect members that may, pass away, but once, because, we got, the elders of our elders, that have passed away, but once Yahweh Shai, makes a return and those missiles come in, they're going to be the first on those chariots, man. Salakia, John 17, verse 16. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. To do what? Not just to bullshit around, but to do this work, man. Matter of fact, let's grab the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. John 17 and verse 18 once again. And as thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I sent them into the world. To do what? Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. All right? To do the work, man. John 17, verse 19. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. All right? Back to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 2. In the sight of the unwise, they seemed to die, and their departure is taken for misery. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 2 in the GNT. It is a foolish mistake to think that righteous people die and that their death is a terrible evil, which is not, you know. Sometimes, you know, like somewhere in scriptures, it'll come to me. But pretty much, man, what's that? Isaiah. I could prove it. Let's see. When someone, you know, passes away, man, that could be the Lord getting them away from, could it be some shit? It's going to be wild out here, man. All right? As they say in the world, shit's going to hit the fan, man. Isaiah 57. Verse 1, real quick. I'm grabbing the NLT. Isaiah 57 and verse 1 in the NLT. They call like how about Shema Shop? Give me this. All right. Go for a second. I couldn't remember. Then it came to me. Isaiah 57 and verse 1. Good people pass away. The godly often die before their time, but no one seems to care or wonder why. No one seems to understand that Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is protecting them from the evil to come. So when you see a brother that did the truth, all right, was always out there preaching on the highways and the byways, and you know something happens where he passes away, just saying that, you know, more than like the Lord, and he's going to be on chariots, man. All right, he had to be an elect member, right? So what happened? As it says in scripture, you know, Lord protecting them from the evil to come, man. All right, I'll read it again. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 1. Verse 2, Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 2. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. Isaiah 57 and verse 1. In the NLT, once again, good people pass away. Who will be considered the good peoples? Well, you know, decent, really. All right? Who will be that, man? The elect. I'm reading the KJV. I'm reading the KJV. Isaiah 57 verse 1 KJV. The righteous perisheth, and no man lay it to heart, and merciful men are taken away. None considering that the righteous, the elect, the first fruits, is taken away from the evil to come. Jacob trouble. The missiles. All right? There'll be nuclear fire. Man, there's going to be nuclear fire that's going to kill this place, man. It's going to destroy this place. You know? And Yahweh Shema Shai happens very, very soon. Okay? Because you're supposed to be in the spirit of this place burning down, man. This place is sickening. This place is an abomination. There's nothing to glory about in this place. The only time you feel you feel pretty good is when you with the brothers, man. You know, when you get the when you and the brothers come together. All right. But in the meantime, you got to work. You got to deal with the foolishness of this world. You got to deal with the bullshit. All right, the hardship, working. And it seems like when you work and you get a paycheck, that shit goes right back out, as it says in the book of Habakkuk. You know? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, in verse 2 again. It is a foolish mistake to think that righteous people die and that their death is a terrible death. All right, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, this in the G&T. They leave us, but it is not a disaster. In fact, the righteous are at peace. Right. All right. They're at peace, man. Okay. When you read the book of Job, I believe it's chapter 3 or 4. I'm not going to grab it, but pretty much it goes into, being at rest, man. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Verse 4, in a G&T, it might appear that they have suffered punishment, but they have the confident hope of immortality. All right? Because, this chastisement, this punishment is nothing but, as you put, gold in a fire, it gets more purified, man. Same thing with us, man. The more and more affliction that we go through, it makes you harder. All right? It gets all the filthiness and the ways that we learn of the world out of us, man. Okay, you can't do that because, like the same way you touch fire, it hurts. All right? When we go off and we get punished, it hurts. And we learn. Okay? For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Verse 5. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and verse 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, proved them and found them worthy for himself. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 5. Their serpents were minor compared with the blessing they will receive. All right. Read it again. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. Okay? Getting the crowns on your head. How shall I put the crowns on your head, man? Being saved. Being beamed up in the chariots. All right? Getting to watch your enemy, be in a lake of fire, man. You get to watch America be destroyed. This place that has did nothing but afflict you, man. That afflicted all the tribes of Israel. Okay? That beat us down. All right? When you thought all hope was lost, then you come into truth. Then and then you start learning and getting builded up, and then when you finally see from the apostles and elders on down been saying for years manifest, it's a beautiful thing, man. All right, because in order for you to speak, it's first and foremost it's a blessing, it's a miracle for the brothers from Judah all the way down to Issachar to be out there preaching, man. Because we were all in that dead state, in that darkened state. So that's a miracle. That's a blessing. All right? For Yahweh Shema Shai to give certain brothers the Holy Spirit, man, the Ruach HaKodesh. Okay? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, verse 6. Verse chapter 5, and have been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh Shema Shai proved them and found them worthy for himself. Right. Okay? To know who's your real friend, man, the best way to know who got your back is go through that battle. Okay? You don't want to go fight on a main line with somebody and they a coward. You know? The same way with being the truth. You want to, it's not about, there's a saying, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. All right? The quality of the person. Okay? What's his attributes? You know? Is he a soldier? Okay? As it says, be a good soldier, right? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and verse 6. As gold in the furnace have he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. As gold in the furnace, which represents, that affliction, being chastised, and still standing up for the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right? Ultimately, and you're really going to get tested when the M to the O to the T to the B will be made mandatory to take, man. And you and you got to stand up against it. All right? As gold in the furnace have he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. Received who? The elect members. Okay? And it says in the book of John chapter 18, I believe it's verse 9, he had not lost, none of them that he gave them. Meaning Yahweh who chooses, and the Yahweh Shai had not lost them. The elect, the first fruits. All right? You see, we see somebody that followed the truth, they was called, but they wasn't chosen. Okay? They couldn't handle it. All right? And, man goes are the Lord. But anyways, that was pretty much it. Just various topics on that chastisement is necessary. So in it, they're giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rocha, Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone that teach and do rule well. Shalom unto the Akim, the hope for elect that puts the truth with all truth and sincerity.